Hello, welcome in. I'll have you take that. What's your name?
Brianna.
Brianna? How old are you?
I'm 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been surfing the waves of the internet and have come into contact with a land whale. This land whale thinks that she deserves, I don't know, some sort of ethereal, hypothetical Prince Charming from like a Disney movie. But jokes aside, she actually not only rejects, but openly disrespects men who are better than her, more put together than her, more experienced than her, less immature than she is. Because she knows objective reality judges her, and nothing enrages the degenerate female psyche more than being reminded that reality is objective and therefore judges them as a result of not being mutable and subjective to their ideology, whether that be radical left-wing resentment or the resentments of feminism. This was disgusting to see on pretty much every single level, and so naturally, we must analyze it thusly.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single lady.
For those of you who don't know, if you pop the balloon in the dating show, it means that you're not interested in the girl. It's very simple.
Hello, welcome in. I'll have you take that. What's your name?
Brianna.
Brianna? How old are you?
I'm 29.
Bro, you know what's funny? Is the difference between when the men are the ones popping the balloon and the women are the ones popping the balloon. The women like to pop the balloon for no reason, basically. The women like to pop the balloon for ideological reasons. Oh my gosh, he said something that reminded me that feminism is wrong. Or, oh my gosh, he said that I can't go out and party every single night in Vegas with my girlfriends. Literally oppression. Whereas the men are like, yeah, I mean, I literally couldn't lift her off the ground if I tried. So what I'm saying is the women believe they're the hot, desirable stuff when they have no evidence of that claim because they're overweight, ideologically possessed, old, have kids. The list goes on infinitely of women who have had their lives destroyed in countless different ways, ravaged by various ideologies from feminism to leftism. Oh my gosh, body positivity at all sizes. And so the women think that they're all that while being delusional, whereas the men know that they are what they are because of logic, rationality, what they've built and what they've suffered and endured in order to accomplish. And you know what's funny is that's not even an opinion, because reality ensures that's the case. The measurements on a man's success are his income, which isn't subjective, his physical shape, which isn't subjective, his intelligence, which leads to his accomplishments, which isn't subjective, his work ethic, which allows him to accomplish things and strive, which again is not subjective. So when a man is high value, he knows that he's high value because reality says so, because it's objective. But a staggering number of women these days, especially in my generation, think that they're the greatest thing God ever created, while their stomach is bulging out of their dress because their ideology said so. And if you're to go a little bit deeper on that, because if you were to put any parameters or standards or limitations on what a woman should do, that's literally oppression. Oh my gosh, how dare you say I shouldn't eat a tub of ice cream every night? Are you literally a bigot? And you think I'm being funny, but that's actually an example which points to something important. If you were to say to a woman, you shouldn't do something, a huge percentage of the time now, they will just think oppression rather than, oh, well, why is he saying that? Why should I not do that thing? Another example is going out with their friends every single night or, you know, planning girls' trips to Vegas, etc., other sus things like that, where the guy's like, yeah, honey, I don't want you to do that. Yeah, that's a boundary of mine. That's a standard. Oh my gosh, insecurity. Oh my gosh. How dare you try to put parameters on me and you're controlling. That's controlling. Because masculine standards reflect objective reality. That's the reason masculine standards are demonized, guys. Women are allowed to have standards, but men's standards are demonized because they reflect reality. And so when these men pop their balloons for her, saying, oh, I'm not interested because you've literally violated like 5 different standards I have for myself, her response is indignation, not, oh, maybe I should change. Check this out.
And what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Of
Okay.
course.
Do you have any businesses we could be on the lookout for?
No, just not right now.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not gonna go in too hard on that because that I could talk about what she just said for 30 minutes. Bottom line, into the story is women are fed a narrative of delusion in all sectors of their life because they're easier to take advantage of and exploit ideologically, and leftism knows this.
Okay. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
Or even she's laughing.
I'm a gamer, so I just more be to myself.
Okay.
I'm a PC gamer, so I'm a gamer. That's all. That's what I love to do for fun. To be honest.
Bro. Okay, I play video games too, but think about it. If a guy were to say that in response to what do you do, and she's like, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, so do you own businesses? No, not right now. I don't own any businesses. Oh, so what do you do? I'm a gamer. You would be shamed and mocked and bullied mercilessly if you were a guy. Again, we see the double standard. So she's able to be overweight, delusional. I'm just gonna let the video play. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
All right. And now, what are some things you look for in a man?
A confident man, loyal. I don't know, a man that really knows about himself, you know.
Guys, leave in the comments, what do you think she is? I would say a 3 at best. Like, best case, she's a 3. More accurately, probably a 2. That is my attraction. That is my opinion. I would never go near this.
Now, what are some deal breakers?
A felon.
Bruh.
I don't know, a judgmental man. I don't like nobody that just judge, you know, off of appearance or anything like that. So.
Okay.
Bro, okay, that's so interesting. She knows that she was judged, so she's saying there in her deal breakers to try to be like, oh, I would have rejected them anyway. If I was to be judged, I would have rejected them. But she already got rejected. Again, you see the coping delusion of what's going on here. They already rejected you because you've demonstrated a lack of character and decision making as a result of being the way you are.
That's really it.
Cool. All right, so we did get a few pop balloons.
Just eat like 2 less cheeseburgers a day, you know?
Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping.
Okay.
All right, let's start here with your name and age.
How you doing? My name is Ishama. I'm 37.
Okay.
And Ishama, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I apologize. It was the tattoos that caught me,
yeah.
and I'm just not a fan of too much
Oh, you're fine.
tattoos and stuff like that.
Someone that's your type?
You're not bad looking.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Bro,
Okay.
she's like, you're not bad looking, as if she's in a place to evaluate him. He already rejected her. But listen to that.
You're not bad looking.
Appreciate that.
As if you're the one doing the selecting. And what's unfortunate about it is that women normally are the ones doing the selecting, and they should be. That's their natural role. That's the reason women are more selective than men are. But when you deny reality to such a fundamental level in every domain, including your physical appearance, you forfeit that ability to do the selecting, and the men are actually more selective of you than you would be of them. And I just want to say, on a slightly different topic, that's really unfortunate to see and kind of cringe.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to our next guy. Your name and age.
Ricky, and I'm 32.
Nice to meet you.
And Ricky, why did you end up popping your balloon?
First and foremost, I couldn't get past the shoes. Like they squeezing your feet and it's like they're suffocating. I just couldn't get.
Oh, that's funny. Her feet are being constricted because the fat's bulging out, right?
Past that.
Okay.
For me, another thing, the physical attraction just wasn't there for me. Like, wasn't my speed. Like, when I look at something, I want to be like, oh, I got to get that. Or
Right.
I need
This guy's being honest.
that. And it's just
Right?
like, oh, next.
And what's funny is that this is completely acceptable because he's sharing his standards. Women do this all the time, but women will get upset at this and call it, oh my gosh, that's patriarchal. Oh my gosh, that's oppression. How dare you? How dare you be honest and say what you think? What are you, standing for the patriarchy? First of all, the patriarchy built the entire world that you live in and enjoy, and is the reason why your life is so easy. Secondly, if your stomach looked like a bowl of chili bulging out of your dress, maybe you shouldn't get offended.
So, like, the attraction wasn't there.
Okay. All right. So is Ricky someone that's your type?
He's cool.
Okay.
Cool?
You got a strong face.
Oh.
I love it though.
You mean like his jawline? Is that
Yeah.
really strong? Oh, okay, okay.
Oh my
You should eat a
god.
lot more, but I love it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You are beautiful as well.
Thank
so-
you. I never thought I wasn't.
Oh, it's so cringy. Oh, it's so cringy, Cope. She knows that she's simply not attractive, but the thing is to acknowledge that would be to accept that reality is objective and judges her, and that she would have to plot a course of action in order to change. And changing means you have to acknowledge that you're not in a good place, and acknowledging that is oppression. Anything that revolves around grasping reality, guys, is oppression to leftists and feminists.
Let's go on over here to our next guy. Your name and age.
Trey, and I'm 29.
And Trey, why did you end up popping
I
your...
actually think that there's a limit to the amount of delusion that she's vocalizing here, because pretty much all the men rejected her. And so she knows that if she goes off too much, she's going to look ridiculous.
your balloon?
Kind of like what my boy said down there, just a neck tattoo. I don't really like it. So everything else is perfect though.
Another difference you can see between the men being on the panel and the women being on the panel is the men are way more accurate, concise, and honest. Whereas you see routinely, pretty much every single time in the videos I do about this, the women pop their balloons for no reason, for emotional triggers, for made-up reasons, because other women pop their balloon. So there's a big difference here. Again, the men's standards reflect objective reality, whereas the women's reflect ideology.
Okay. Tattoos.
Yeah, I love them. They're my favorite part about me.
Yeah.
So again, you see the inaccuracy and emotionality of what she just said. Out of every single variable you could say about her, her favorite is her tattoo? Of course not. That doesn't even make sense. But she said that because at this point, it is a thing that the majority of men have said has turned them off from her, which I'm surprised by. One guy said her weight, the other two said her tattoos, right? So there you see the feminine urge to invert reality emotionally because she's triggered. Her emotionality is building at this point, like a volcano. It's going to overflow, the lava being in this metaphor. Oh my gosh, I'm a boss queen. How dare you even try to impose standards upon me? Oh my gosh, literally oppression. What do you mean? Why are you going and dating women outside of my race? What?
Unbreakable.
Oh, is that what that says?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Cool though. Yeah.
Okay, so he's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go over here.
It's actually really sad, dude. It's really sad.
Your name and age.
Timothy, I'm 37.
Okay.
Hi.
And Timothy,
Because a
what?
lot of the time, guys simp for women on this show. And if she was just a little bit more attractive, she would probably get something, but she's getting nothing. And for women, that's really hard to cope with, getting nothing. And the only guy that still has his balloon unpopped is like a really desperate, low-value guy that she's not attracted to anyway.
Why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just not attracted. I don't like the tattoos and the leg. You got a leg tattoo.
Remember what I said about the emotionality building. She's not going to be able to handle this.
Aw.
I just don't see myself having fun with you. Like
Okay.
I'm looking to have some fun.
Right.
And just, I don't know. Just
Okay.
ain't the weight, you're kind of overweight for me.
There it
Okay.
is. There it is. The second guy that said it. Okay, so at this point, she's had 2 comments about the tattoos, 2 comments about the weight. And again, that's a reminder of what she runs from, which is objective reality. She's objectively overweight, but she spends her entire life coping with that. Oh my gosh, positive body positivity, love at all sizes. Oh my gosh, you're 600 pounds. This is how perverse and openly anti-intellectual the left and feminism tries to make women. The idea that you can't distinguish between conditions of existence and that there's no right and wrong way or coherent and less coherent way of viewing the world is simply ridiculous. BMI literally scientifically correlates with lifespan. So there is a scientific reason why people find it unattractive to be overweight. And the idea that you can't say that someone who weighs 600 pounds, and there are people in this world that weigh 600 pounds, are not worse off than somebody who is in shape and physically fit is a form of mental illness. That's effectively a cognitive disability, to not be able to say something is better than something else, which is what you see manifested over and over again on the Fresh and Fit podcast, where women are asked a simple question of, is this woman attractive? And they're shown a picture of Lizzo. And then they're shown a picture of some like blonde supermodel. And they're asked to say, which is more attractive? And they're like, oh my gosh, I can't tell a difference. They're both beautiful. That is a very dangerous form of reality denial because you're required to lie. You're required to say the opposite of what your eyes tell you. And the reason for that is because degenerate femininity is required to invert truth. This is also why leftism, the ideology of the left, is built on the backbone of degenerate femininity, because it has to deny reality. Oh my gosh, capitalism is bad. Value creation isn't good. Meritocracy should be replaced with identitarianism, skin color, and gender. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So is Timothy someone that's your type?
This is where it goes off the rails.
No, he looks his age.
Oh.
He does look like he's 37. It's okay
Bro.
though. You about
Okay, and women being snide and rude to men is not unusual on this dating show. But the reason why everyone's going to react the way that they are reacting, and even this, the hostess is reacting the way she's reacting, is because everyone knows she's not in a place to judge. That's the reason everyone's like, oh, it's kind of weird. And he's not even going to argue with her because it's so self-evidently absurd, and she's humiliating herself right now. Whereas when other women do this, the guys will start to argue with her. They'll be like, oh, well, yeah, you have this problem going on with you. But none of them even argue with her, and they just start laughing. So it's really humiliating for her. Check this out.
Is Timothy someone that's your type?
No, he looks his age.
Oh.
He does look like he's 37. It's okay though.
Oh.
You're about 10 years older than me. But I do.
She's stammering now because it's so awkward. That was so awkward.
It's cool.
Bro.
Yeah.
And now the hostess and him, he didn't even respond. He didn't even say anything. He's just laughing because it's so ridiculous. That she's down here and the sexual market value, which again is oppression because that references, objective value. I can't even imagine how triggered feminists must be with the stock market because, oh my gosh, Apple is worth more than your beauty startup that sells lashes. Literally oppression. Oh my gosh, numbers and shit. But anyway, they're just laughing because it's so ridiculous. Look at the other dudes, bro. They're laughing too.
Sit back. So we do have one unpopped balloon.
Right.
Any questions?
Now, I want to point something out, guys. Women are very socially astute. They're very socially calibrated. And so she's able to tell that she's being mocked and scorned both overtly and in the minds of all the people here. And so that emotionality is building. There's going to be another outburst. It's brewing. It's brewing in her.
Each other.
Yeah, how many kids you got?
I got 3.
Oh my gosh, dude. I even forgot that was the case. Oh, you're kidding. You're kidding, bro. She goes on here and is acting like hot stuff when she has 3 kids and looks like... Oh my god. But you know, feminism tells her she's a boss queen. Oh my gosh, she should be empowered. She literally deserves a 7-foot billionaire. Bro, flash up the meme I put on my X account referencing this exact situation. It's actually crazy.
Okay. Kids obviously are a deal breaker, but before that, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she look good. You know, I like the tattoos. You know, that look nice. But
Clearly desperate guy, but you know, sometimes there's different, you know, things going on.
Thank you.
just the kid is my limit. I ain't gonna
Thank
lie. Can't even lie to you.
That's good.
Now, is Cedric someone that's your type?
No.
Okay. What makes him not your type?
The way he looks.
Bro, she's so out of pocket. What is going on?
Not your type.
The way he looks.
Again, that same delusion. And the guys, again, instead of arguing with her, they just start laughing because it's so absurd, right? Because she's the ugliest person here.
I'm not trying to be funny. He's just not my type.
See, she's triggered there. She's like, I'm not trying to be funny. Why are you laughing at me? I'm being serious. I should be able to literally say who's attractive and not. Because look at me. I'm Aphrodite herself. I'm a goddess. Meanwhile, her toes are like bulging out of her sandals.
Nah, for real.
So when you say the way he looks, like
His
the
face.
outfit, oh, okay.
He's fine.
Bro, and you know what's funny though is I hope this guy doesn't take that to heart. Because first of all, as a man, your looks are not your primary agency as they are for women. It's way more about your intelligence, your work ethic, what you can accomplish, your masculinity, etc. For women, it's their looks. Because that's very tightly linked with their femininity and the value that they know they have psychologically. That's the reason why women often tend to mature very rapidly after their looks start to fade in their 40s and 50s. Because they no longer have that agency and value in their looks, and so they have to realize other things to try to make up for or to try to continue their existence of life. But this woman is already past that point in her, according to her, early 20s. Although, I mean, if this is the way she looks in her early 20s, I don't know what she's done to herself.
Oh, okay.
He's fine.
All right, cool.
And now she's like, he's fine because everyone's judging her so hard. Look, the other guys are trying to, you know, kind of hide their laughter because it's awkward. This would be so awkward if you were there in person. You're like, what did she just... Oh my gosh. And it's so clearly obvious that she's doing this because, again, she's judged. Degenerate femininity cannot stand, and I'll say it over and over again, cannot stand being reminded that objective reality judges them. Because they want their ideology to be the only thing that judges them, and ideology can be made up subjectively. No, I believe the sky is green. I believe body positivity at all sizes. I believe I'm a supermodel. Why are your toes bulging out of your sandals? Don't talk about that. That's oppression.
Thank you. Let's head on
Don't
back.
laugh. Please.
You're making me laugh. I'm trying not to.
He should be the last person laughing on this stage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
The last guy?
Yeah. Why are you laughing at him?
Dude, literally everyone's laughing, but he's the one who rejected her most honestly, and so he's the one she's upset with. Remember, he said, it's your weight, it's your tattoos, and I don't see myself being able to have fun with you, is what he said. Remember that? So she's upset, she's triggered.
On this stage.
And she knows that she's leaving without anybody too. And women, especially women like this, cannot stand taking L's because L's represent, again, objective reality. When you lose a soccer game, when you lose a baseball game, all the young guys understand this because we learned this when we were literally 5 years old, if not even younger than 5 years old. When, you know, you're playing sports, there's a thing called the score, and at the end of the game, the team with the higher score wins. That is a reflection of objective reality. But women at the end of this, oh my gosh, I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm leaving without a guy. That means that I was judged in accordance with parameters that I can't stand and spend my entire life demonizing as toxic masculine oppression on a TikTok account of an echo chamber that tells me men in the patriarchy that literally built Western civilization and made my life easy are the enemy and are holding me back. I can't stand that. They can't accept objective reality. She can't accept that she lost. She can't accept that her score is 0 at the end of this. Whereas men, it's totally different. You would never see a man leave. And bro, if this was a guy and a guy did this, he would be bullied, maybe even beat up, but definitely bullied. But in this day and age of delusional femininity, it's just expected. It's like, oh yeah, another, you know, delusional woman, she's leaving emotionally while, you know, insulting us for no reason. It's like, yeah, of course, especially in my generation, Gen Z, it's terrible. But this is nuts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who, the last guy?
Bro, even the girl with the microphone knows that the behavior she's exhibiting right now is really low value, but she also knows that she's way more attractive than the overweight girl, and so she can separate herself because she knows that all the men are creating that distinction as well. I'm giving you guys the inside psychological principles going on here. Be sure to subscribe.
Why are you laughing at him?
Dude,
Oh, okay.
it's so awkward. This is so antisocial and maladapted. It's actually crazy.
It's all right.
Okay.
All right, well, that is all the balloons
Thank
popped.
you.
But we do
And she's like, okay, can you go now?
thank you so much for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Let's go ahead and give it up for her, guys. I'll take this mic.
Placate her feminine delusion. Oh my gosh, now let's watch her waddle off.
Thank you.
Oh no. Dude, the guy's like, what is going on? Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna end the video there. If you want me to watch the rest of this or find another video in particular that you have in mind, let me know of that in the comments. This was a perfect encapsulation of female delusion because it's what we're seeing being manifested at all levels of society right now. And that's the reason why I clearly connect it to the ideologies that we're seeing gripping women's minds. I talked about this with Charlie Kirk a little bit, but from feminism to leftism, what we're seeing, the common thread is resentment for objective reality. Because truth judges these people incredibly harshly. But truth is what we should ultimately value above anything else because it's true. Subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys in the next video.